This video is a quick update of my current progress on the Lost Eon client. I originally started making this game just fooling around to see if I could make an RPG in React, but I ended up rewriting a lot of the entire client using Phaser 3 over the last month or so. And Jen, who did the original art for Asperetta, gave me permission to reuse the art we used back then. So I've started bringing in all of the different Asperetta art into this project. So real quickly, just to give an overview of where things are, the inventory is fully functional. You can inspect items to get a description of them, and you can use with them, or you could drop something and you can pick it back up. Or if we switch screens to another character, like this character can then drop something from his inventory, like this book, drop. Doesn't need it, we go back and we can pick it up and everything. And now we have two of them here. The inventory can be reordered too, easily by dragging and dropping. This is the spell book. The spell book is very similar. You can get a description, you can cast spells from here. You can also drag and drop to move them around. Back here, one of the items I have is the simulation for like a basic blacksmith, so you can see a list. And then this was a test for another type of dialogue, which is kind of just a simple message dialogue where you can go back a screen to the next screen or close it. Then we have a status bar up here, obviously, which when we cast spells, we use mana and then it regenerates here and everything. Or if I cast like this spell which takes it away, I lose it and then it refills. The party dialogue is functional. The server sends information, but parties aren't implemented on the server right now, so it's just dummy data it sends. But as this updates, the color changes on the health bar with the more health the character has. Then if I click my character, I can inspect and see the items and go back and forth. I could also toggle on exchanging and stuff, and you can also inspect other players. All the players have the same items right now, so it's kind of boring. But you don't get the health info here if it's not your player, just it's less information. Then for targeting, since this is going to be a mobile first game, I made it so that if you touch near a monster, it targets the nearest monster. Of course, if you touch the player or the monster, it targets it the best. If you click somewhere far away, it removes targets completely. I also have this button to cycle through targeting if for some reason precise targeting is required. So we can zap this sheep, for example. And also if I make a mouse, I can obviously hit the mouse and kill it. That one's a little too easy. If I make a skeleton, which is way harder, I have no chance at attacking it and killing it, unless I use this crazy spell I made twice. And also all of the monsters I'm bringing in, I haven't done it for all of them, but for example, mice are one example. Another example is the cats. I've started redoing all of the monsters so that the stuff that can change is all grayscale, and then the the eyes and the ears and the mouths and also the attack graphics are now using just a standard grayscale setup, so that when I send them from the server, I can choose whether or not, or to make them whatever color I want. So they're more reusable, and you can kind of have different types of monsters a little bit more easily. I think the original game has I want to say maybe 30 monsters, but by adding colors, I can do that for a lot more. And also all of the armor now and stuff it's sent has different tints and stuff on it. I think the weapon right now doesn't, but the shield would originally be gray, but now on this character it's red. So everything is being dyed and stuff. There's a basic chat system that works, but the place where I do inputs off the screen from this video because it sits on the bottom of the window. Yeah, and then also I can just, let's see if I can kill some of these. I doubt it. Oh yeah, it works, great. We're gonna get insanely strong from this because the summon monsters give crazy experience and there's no real setup to the game yet. I can switch screens here. This is a map that my son designed, so it's a little weird. He wanted this Arctic tree. He was confused why we couldn't eat the fruit from the fruit stand and wanted to put fish in the water, but I didn't have a fish tile, so that's kind of where we are on that. And then I can go back outside. And then just up here, I've implemented some of the other tiles. This old tree was in one of the graphics folders I have, but I don't know if it was ever in Aspretta, I forget. And then the like Arctic tiles and stuff. So anyway, that's where things are today. There's a lot of stuff that still needs to be implemented, especially on the server side, and there's some small bugs probably, and things I'll need to enhance on the client as the server evolves. And then the other important thing is coming up with kind of actual gameplay and content, so that'll come next. Hope this was entertaining or at least interesting.